Girls, it is Spotify Wrapped Day. I am coming to you live straight after getting home from the pub. And I actually need to put a little sticker on my spot because she's growing a new environment on there, BRB. I'm going to try and do it in the viewfinder. Is that gross? So, I am going to react to my Spotify Wrapped live. It's not very live, is it? It's on the second channel. It's been edited. It's coming to you a day late. But hey, I haven't seen any of this yet. I've been seeing everyone on my timeline getting their Spotify Wraps all day. So I'm really excited. Oh my God, the sticker's coming up. Also, how like streamer do I look with these on? Also, has anyone noticed that I'm standing up? I could like run. Well, no, I couldn't because I'm attached by a wire, but I can... Look, yeah, I've got a standing desk in my office. I'm going to do an office tour at some point, but hey, let me not delay this any longer. Should we make some predictions? Oh yeah, let's make some predictions. I almost unlocked my phone onto Spotify before I'd made my predictions. So, I have been seeing everyone getting Charli XCX in their top 5, and I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be one of them. I already know it. Everyone's also been getting Chappell. But one thing I will say is that I was on the Chappell train last year, and I still am this year. I haven't fallen off it, don't get me wrong, but I did the bulk of my Chappell streaming last year, so I don't expect to see her in my top 5 this year. Her songs will definitely be in my top 100, but I don't expect to see her in my top 5. You know who I do expect? Who I fear will be number 1. And when I say fear, I don't mean it in a bad way, but I think it's going to be... It's going to be... I fear. You know what? Without further ado, I'm just going to start screen recording. Oh, your 2024 Wrapped is here. Oh, by the way, this is just like my little Spotify homepage. This is a little insight into my life. Fontaines DC, love them so much. Dog Race is a small band from London that I think are incredible and they're so unique. One of my favourite songs of theirs is called There's a Mouse in My House. And that's like all they say in the chorus. It's like, hello, there's a mouse in my house. I love it. I think it's so fun. And then we have my Julia Fox autobiography that I am almost finished reading. You can see I'm very, very close to the end and I'm very excited. But without further ado, your 2024 Wrapped is here. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Hi, eleanorneale. Well, hello, Spotify. It's that time of year again. Wrapped's ready. Are you? Life moves fast. Are you not kidding me? I feel like we were here at the Wrapped time like 30 seconds ago. You listened for 81,193 minutes this year. That puts you in the top 2% of listeners worldwide. That's fucked up because do you know how many shops and salons just have Spotify on like 24/7? Well, throughout working hours. That's crazy. That shouldn't be allowed. 81,000 minutes. I think I've outdone my last year's amount of minutes. I want to say last year I was 60,000, which is just like, where is it all coming from? Like what? I feel like I have a life as well. That's the worst part. I feel like I'm a social human being until I see that I've listened to this much music all year. That's crazy. Your biggest listening day was on the 7th of April. 1,136 minutes. Should we see what I was doing on the 7th of April? I was just in my house, by the looks of things. I was just in my house on this day. This is a video of my cat from that exact day. Said that I was fine, said it from the coffin. Remember how I died and I started walking. That's my life. That's my life. You can tell I've had a big fat whine before I started filming this. I will say I kind of like the Gracie Abrams big smash hits. I haven't listened to too much of her albums. She's not going to be on this, but I kind of like the big Gracie Abrams songs. And you know why? Because they sound so much like Taylor Swift. And that's not a dig at Gracie. That's a big fat love to Taylor. I played 4,654 songs this year. And one song again and again and again and again. What's my top listened to song? Docket by Blondshell. You know what? I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew it. This song is incredible. This is my favorite artist. Blondshell, if you don't know, get to know, please, 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 please. I'm literally begging on my knees because she's incredible. She is girl rock, she is chill, but she also has her more like heavier moments. Maybe not like crazy heavy, but I saw her live in Manchester. Me and my little cousin went to see her. I like got my little cousin on the hype train of Blondshell. She's just incredible. And this song came out this year with, I think her name's Alicia from Bully. And it's incredible. Actually, this song is about being unfaithful, right? And I remember one time I was listening to this like back to back to back. And one of the lyrics is, isn't it wrong when I'm gone, I look around at the options. I put men on the docket. And Jack listened to it and he was like, I don't like this. I don't like this song. I don't like this girl. And I was like, no, you do. You like Blondshell. You know what? I can support women's wrongs from afar. I will not partake, but hey, this song is incredible. I was in the top 0.001% of listeners globally. I streamed it 122 times starting on March 27th. I fear that's the day the song came out. I have been there for Blondshell. Commitment never sounded so good, which is so ironic considering it's a song about being unfaithful. Crazy. While it's not a competition, but it kind of is, there is a leaderboard. For what? Now I'm worried. Oh, my top songs, of course. Oh! I was not expecting this. I'm very, very pleasantly surprised. Wow. Okay, so Docket we already knew was my top song, and then my second is Kiss City by Blondshell. We have 4 out of 5 Blondshells, and the only one to break the mold is one of my best and closest and longest friends, Catty, with I Dated a Monster, which is an incredible girl rock song that samples What's That Coming Over the Hill? Is it a monster? Samples the guitar riff from that, right? And if you are not caught up on the Catty lore, let me explain my best friend Catty to you because she is incredible. She is such an artiste. Catty is a lesbian. All her songs pretty much are about being a lesbian. We love it. We love that for her. This one particular song is about her ex that me and all of my friend group met, and we loved her. Is the worst fucking part. We loved her, and then she turned out to be a monster. I hope Catty doesn't mind me saying she tore up my little Catty's heart and her life. And so she turned around with the biggest fuck you EP of all time, Healing Out of Spite. I have my merch tote bag right here. This is my Catty merch tote bag. Healing Out of Spite. And that is what she has done. She has healed from that horrific breakup that she unfortunately went through. And she has written some of the most incredible breakup songs, the most incredible fuck you. I'm gonna go and slay and do better. Oh my God, the message of all of her songs are incredible. And I Dated a Monster is, oh my God, it's amazing. You can tell it's one of my favorite songs of the year. So then after that, we have Veronica Mars and Sepsis by Blondshell. You can tell I have loved Blondshell this year. Sepsis is incredible. It's the first song I ever found of Blondshell, actually the year before this. So it's incredible that it's got into my top 5. And I feel like that's actually all I've got to say about this top 5. Let's keep watching. I want to see who else is up there in my ranks. You've changed. And so has your listening. Let's look at your 2024 music evolution in January. That's my birthday month, so I fear I was slaying in January. January was your pink Pilates princess strut pop phase. What did you even just say to me? You were really into artists like Ariana Grande, Charli XCX, and Taylor Swift. And if that doesn't carry on for the whole entire year, then there's a problem. I fear that has been the amount of times I've said I fear it's becoming an addiction. I'm going to turn it off now. It's officially turned off. For February was your indie sleaze alt-Z bubble grunge season. You were all about artists like Blondshell, Illuminati Hotties, and Indigo D'Souza. All incredible girl rock artists. Yeah, I vouch for all 3. To be fair, I vouch for all 6 of those artists because obviously I've listened to them so much. In July, why have we skipped to July like that? Let's skip to the good bit. Is that Rizzle Kicks? July was your twinkly guidance Midwest emo moment. Don't we all have one? You were big on artists like Worst Party Ever, Joyce Manor, and Perspective, a lovely hand to hold. I did kind of go through a little bit of a Midwest emo phase in the summer. Worst Party Ever is genuinely one of my favorite Midwest emo bands, and I think they're quite small, if I'm remembering rightly. I don't think many people have kind of discovered how great they are. Like, they're very chill Midwest emo. Let me find one of my favorite songs by them. One of them is like super, super slow and it's like, I'll find a way to fix things. I don't understand what your texts mean. That song is called Trying Harder because they actually have a song called Trying Soda, which was my favorite song of theirs. And it's spend all my time trying sodas to tell myself I'm just as new to you. I love that lyric so much. And then they brought out kind of, you know how Charli XCX took Brat and remixed it and they were the same songs but they were very different? They did that for Trying Harder and it's kind of like the same melody for the lyrics but different lyrics and a different backing. Incredible band. If you don't know Worst Party Ever, again, get to know. You listen to 1,764 artists, but one had a special place in your heart and ears. From the evidence we have seen so far, I would like to change my guess to Blondshell. You didn't hear what my guess was in the very beginning because I got Editor Kath to bleep it, but we shall see which is the correct answer. Who's my top listened artist? Blondshell! Yes! Yeah! Oh, I hit my lampshade. That's incredible. So in the very beginning of this video, when I was doing my predictions, I thought my top listened artist of the year was going to be Taylor Swift because the Eras Tour came to London twice this year and she brought out that massive monster of an album, which was incredible. But she just really does dominate my streaming habits, which I'm not mad about, but I had a feeling it was going to affect my Spotify Wrapped, and I'm kind of glad to see that it hasn't. Like, I know in my heart how much I actually genuinely love Taylor's music, but I didn't want it to just negate every other artist and song that I have listened to all year. So this is I'm really proud of this. Your longest listening streak was 53 days. I wonder when I broke that. I'm mad at myself for breaking that. 53 days me and Blondshell have spent together. And you know what? I DM her on Instagram. I respond to her Instagram stories too often. And she has never, she's never opened them. She's never read them. She's never messaged me back, which, you know, I'm a fan. I'm a big fucking fan. So she doesn't need to. But it just makes me laugh. Every time she posts something that I want to respond to, I'm like, lol, another one that's never going to get seen. I want to be friends with her so bad. I think she's incredible. Oh my God, I'm a top 0.005% fan. I'm screenshotting that. And that's another DM that I'm going to send to her and she's not going to respond to. 4,054 minutes together. You overachiever. What am I like? Who's next? Whomst else? Who else got a lot of play this year? I'm guessing Charli, Taylor, probably Ariana. She brought out Eternal Sunshine. Who have we got? Blondshell, Ariana, Taylor, Charli, and Chappell, actually. I was saying earlier that I didn't think she would be in here, but I'm glad she could make it. A full top 5 of female solo artists. I am so pleased with that. Like, this year has been the year of pop. I have had the best time. I am such a pop princess, a pop girly. And you know what? For a lot of my life, I kind of tried to fight that because, I don't know, I'm not like other girls' mentality and all that you have when you're young because you're always compared to other girls and you can't be basic. You can't be like other girls. I am exactly like other girls. I love Taylor. I love Charli. I love Ariana. I love Chappell. I love dancing with my friends. I love singing and screaming and drinking wine with a little bit of ice in. And I don't care if you don't like ice in your wine. I do. Oh, I'm actually so chuffed with that top 5. Like, dream dinner party situation. It's me and those girlies. Oh, looks like we have company. Oh, am I gonna get a video from someone?
Thank you so much. If I am one of your top listeners, congratulations, you're depressed. And I also love old classics, but I have some new classics for you coming in January.
Oh my God, Blondshell said more songs coming in January and I'm gonna just smash my head against that wall just to deal with the emotions that I'm feeling right now. I got a little message from Blondshell. I've been seeing in my group chat, like, obviously I haven't opened this yet, but all my friends have, and they've all been like, oh my God, I got a little video message from Charli. Which also a little bit jealous, but I got Blondshell. Oh my God, I just want to eat her because she's really small as well. Like, when I saw her and she was up on that stage, I was like, oh my God, you're just like a little fucking thing that I could either put in my pocket or I could just like, you know? What else we got? Oh, never mind. Nothing. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Until we meet again. Thank you, Spotify. Yeah, you know what? Thank you, Spotify. I have really enjoyed being along for the ride this year because actually they've brought out audiobooks on Spotify these days and I've been loving them. As you saw in the beginning, I am listening to the Julia Fox autobiography. Well, I was, and then I ran out of listening minutes on Spotify. I didn't know that it wasn't unlimited, which like now that I think about it, of course it's not unlimited. Of course not, because that would be crazy. But yeah, I ran out of minutes towards the end of the Julia Fox autobiography right before it got to the Kanye West stuff. So I'm gonna finish that and I will be back actually very soon for a reading roundup. So hopefully I'll finish my Julia Fox autobiography before that video because I'm back on my reading kick. If you follow me on other socials, you'll know that I've read a lot of books and I have a very special video coming very soon with one of my best friends, Jack Edwards, where he recommended me, not just recommended me, he bought me 3 books to read and I have finally finished reading them and I'm going to give you guys a review of the 3 books that he got me and they've got little notes from him inside them. Wait! I thought this video was finished. It is not. I forgot that we have the top 100 songs playlist, my top 100 songs to go through. And this is where you're going to find the gems. This is where you're going to find the deep cuts, is in my top songs of 2024. We already know the top 5, of course. It's all full of flipping Blondshell and Catty, the love of my life. And then after that, we have Osiris, right? So if you're... You coming to see the people? No, she has big zoomies. Big zoomies. If you're a fan of Noah Khan, this is kind of a younger version of the Noah Khan folk music that has been taking over the world for the past year, which I love Noah Khan, but I love Osiris more. My Friend's Toyota is like one of the best songs ever. And then we have Chappell, Good Luck Babe, We Can't Be Friends, Blondshell, The Last Dinner Party, The Last Freaking Dinner Party. I love them. I love those girls. I love their aesthetic. I love everything about them. I think they're all incredibly beautiful. And there's like 6 of them. 7 maybe? I don't know. There's so many of those girls and they're all beautiful. They're all knockouts. Another Catty song, Healing Out of Spite. You saw the tote bag. Ariana, Blondshell, Mia Folek. That's a great song. I Did a Bad Thing. Ooh, ooh. Another Catty. I don't miss you, I just miss your mom. That's actually such a relatable song because no offense to my ex from when I was like 21. I feel like he wouldn't take offense because I doubt he misses me either, but I miss his mom sometimes. I really miss his mom sometimes, and sometimes she comments on my Instagrams and I'm like, oh my god, we're still besties, right? More Blondshell, more Ariana. Selena Gomez, Wait Till I Turn My Love On. Sorry, why did that dominate my summer? Well, last year, but I guess I brought it back for this summer. And now we have our first Fontaines DC song on this list. I got into them quite late this year. I mean, actually, I've been kind of half into them for a while because they've had like 3 solid albums out over the years. And to be fair, I think I've been with them since the first album. I loved the Boys in the Better Land. I was talking about the Boys in the Better Land. And then they brought out Skinty Fear, and I loved that, but they didn't have me as a stan until they brought out Romance, the album this year. Oh my god, it's incredible. And Bug is my favorite song. But baby, I swear it, I wanted to call. Oh. Okay, I'm not a man and my voice doesn't reach that low, but it's okay. Me and Jack did a little TikTok to this song, but baby, I swear. I'm not gonna do it again because I embarrassed myself last time. Ariana, Blondshell, an Ariana song that is not officially on Spotify. That's actually naughty of me. It's literally just all Ariana and Blondshell. They have taken over my life this year. Glaive. I've loved Glaive for years on years on years. Fiona Apple. Honestly, that Fiona Apple album, I forget what it's called. I'll have a look. When it comes to Fiona Apple, I've always been such a huge fan of the Red album, you know, When the Pawn. It's called When the Pawn. But I kind of like went back in her discography this year and discovered Tidal properly. And yeah, the First Taste from Tidal is incredible. It makes me want to belly dance, you know. Give me the first taste. Wait, let me get up here. Let it begin. Heaven cannot wait forever. That's how I feel when I'm listening to Fiona Apple. Well, The First Taste by Fiona Apple. Any other Fiona Apple song and I'm filled with rage. Oh, we have Faye Webster in here. Underdressed at the Symphony. I loved this album. Wait, what's the album actually called? Underdressed at the Symphony, but that's also the lead single and apparently my favorite one from the album. Me and Jack went to see her this year. She's incredible. She is such a star in the way that she only gives a fuck about the music. She doesn't want to be a star. She doesn't want to be a celeb or a personality. At least that's as far as I can tell. And her sense of fashion is so cool. Like, it's just baggy shit. Just like fully baggy shit. She'll wear a pair of shorts over a pair of full like khaki pants. I think she's just so cool. She is just herself. And she just makes music because she loves making music and she loves kind of getting her thoughts into those songs. And I just think she's great. Like, and her songs are so relatable. Like, there's one lyric that I always find really funny because I relate so bad. It's like, right now, I hate the color of my house. That's the kind of mundane shit that she sings about, but it's so relatable. It's like, yeah, that's playing on my mind right now. I don't like the colour of my walls in my office. Oh, the Von Dutch remix, but of course. I'm actually really surprised there's been no Brat in the top half of this. Wow. Missus by Dominic Fike. Okay, me and Dominic Fike kind of have a bit of beef because is this song not about him cheating on Hunter Schafer? I don't want to spread misinformation, so don't quote me on that. I'm not saying that as if it's a fact. But I fear that is something I read somewhere. Like, when you actually listen to the lyrics and it's like, I loved you, miss, and you will be grieved, I swear, but I won't be blamed. It's like, hold on, if the story I have been told is true, then you will be blamed, Mr. Dominic Fike. But he is so cute. Bit of 5 Seconds of Summer and Charlie Puth. You know what? One thing about me, I am such a Charlie Puth stan. You know what? When everyone was clowning Taylor Swift for that one lyric that was like, we declared Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist, I was riding for her. And I'm always writing for Charlie Puth. I know he is quite a big artist. I think that's the majority of why people were clowning on that lyric, because he is like in the top 50 most listened on Spotify or something crazy like that. I Kissed a Girl and She Kissed Me by Kid Bloom. Why don't I recognize that song? I do like Kid Bloom though. They did that song that I loved in like 2019 that was like a different state of mind. Found it from an Emma Chamberlain playlist. If you were there, I mean, you had to be there to get the vibe, but if you were there, we're sisters. The Emma Chamberlain music taste of it all really had me in a chokehold in like 2018, 19. Bit of Gorillaz, hell yeah. Hosier, Cigarettes After Sex, Maura Cyrus. Illuminati Hottie is genuinely one of my favorite like girl bands. Is it a band? Wait, created and fronted by producer, mixer, and audio engineer Sarah Tudson. I think it's just one person, which is crazy. That's great. I love Illuminati Hotties. And I assume, okay, this is my assumption, is that it's like a front woman that kind of makes the songs and then she has a band that she performs with. I don't know though. That's a really good song though, Frequent Letdown. I'm always letting everyone down. I'm always letting everyone know I'm down. James Marriott! James Marriott's in the top songs of 2024. Love him. Haven't seen him in ages, but he's actually, as I'm filming this, he's on tour in Australia. He's doing amazing. So proud of him. I say that like I'm like his mum. I love like half living vicariously through him as he's like touring Australia. I'm like, a little piece of me is touring Australia right now just because I know James Marriott. Pierce the Veil, Death of an Executioner. I saw them this year. Oh my God. I love Pierce the Veil. And you know what? I love a band that when they find out that one of the members is very problematic and they drop them, and they continue without. I love that shit and I will support it every day of the week. And especially in that situation, I know that shit must have been hard for Vic Fuentes because that's your own brother. Like, imagine how much he had to deal with outside of the band. Like, I wonder if he knew. I don't know. Oh, Pluto! It's baby Plutsy. Do you want to come say hi to your friends? Pluto, what's in your top 5 Spotify artists this year? Yeah. Oh! Finally, our first Brat song. Well, I guess Von Dutch remix counts. I'm so shocked that there isn't more Brat in here. Oh my God, Dog Race. It's the Squeeze. I was talking about Dog Race earlier, that super unique London band that's really, really small. They have barely any Spotify listeners, so please, everyone go and listen to them. They're incredible. It's the Squeeze is the first song I ever heard of theirs. I feel so free whenever I listen to it. I wonder if that's kind of how they meant for the girlies to feel, because it's just like I feel like I lose all inhibitions whenever I listen to this song. Like, there's a bit where the girl just starts like yelling. She's like, it's not the love, it's not the love, it's not the love. I love it. I love it. More Glaive, Phobie de Impulsion. is like one of my favorite Glaive songs. That EP is called A Bit of a Mad One, and that is probably one of my favorite Glaive projects that he's ever done. He smashed that. Speed Racer by Hers. Oh my god, we were just talking about Hers the other day. If you know the lore of Hers, they are a band, an incredible band that sadly passed away. They were on tour, they were in a tour bus, and I think, again, don't quote me on this, I think they were hit by a drunk driver. I believe there was a drunk driver in the mix, and they were kind of like driven off of a bridge. It was a duo, it was a two-man band, and they died, and they made the most incredible music. That album that's got like the pinky purpley like window reflection, oh my god, it's some of the best music that my teenage ears ever heard. I will always listen to them forever and a day. I remember actually when they died, I remember GoFundMe's going around because I believe one of them had a kid and like a family, and oh my god. It's so sad, but you know, whenever I listen to music of artists that have passed, especially artists that have passed like too young or in tragic ways, like it feels good in a way to like keep their spirit and their art and their memory and their joy alive, you know? They will have had so much fun making this music and going on tours, and I think this every time I listen to Amy Winehouse. As much as she deteriorated towards the end, she effing loved the shit that she made. And so every time I play, especially an early Amy Winehouse song, I'm like, yeah, bitch, get that shit up. Eric DOA. We love him. We love Eric. I'm just going to kind of scroll through this so you can see all of it. I mean, Matt Champion. Oh my God, that Matt Champion album that came out this year. What's it called? Because Laundry. This whole entire album is incredible. Oh my God, we have G Idol wife. I cook cream soup. Taste is Coco Loco. Well, me a wife, but she is I love K-pop. K-pop is just a whole load of like what? But like what in the best way. Belladonna by Stevie Nicks, I mean, will always remind me of my catty that I have mentioned a couple of times in this video, because she also has a song called Belladonna and she is very inspired by Stevie Nicks. I don't know, I just kind of see them almost like the same entity, but just like a younger version and an older version. And Catty actually supported Stevie Nicks this summer. That happened this year, and we were all so incredibly proud of her. And we were all like watching Stevie, who is like, what, 70 something? Stevie Nicks is 76 years old, and she stood on that stage in Hyde Park and slayed the house boots wig your mum down. And Catty was sobbing through the whole thing, but I love her so much. Okay, the Taylor song that I have to draw attention to is Now I'm Down Bad Crying at the Gym. I love that song so much. I'm not entirely sure why. I don't know what part it is about that song that gets me, but I love Down Bad Crying at the Gym. Everything comes out teenage petulance. Fuck it, if I can't have him, I might just die. It would make no difference. Oh my God, Katie Baser. I was going through a Katie Baser phase at the start of this year, and this song is brilliant. I'm a problem. They want to walk like me, talk shit like me, and get in my jeans. I'm a problem. Oh my God, Rotation by Sophie Cates. Sophie Cates, right? If you're a pop girly like I am, get into Sophie Cates. She is criminally underrated. She has incredible music. Football Game is one of my favorites. Rotation is clearly one of my favorites. And that's about it. You've seen my top songs of 2024. That is all of my Spotify Wrapped. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for coming to my second channel. I will see you in the next one.